Welcome everyone to today's video, and today we're going to do a 10 to 14 day forecast. So the current situation today is that the area of low pressure, what was centred over Ireland, is now pushed up towards Scotland, and that is bringing in some quite cooler, cold northerly winds, northwesterly winds, some originating from the northeast and wrapping round. Some from a bit of a milder direction, but we are getting them cooler winds in at the moment. This is also causing a lot of gusty winds, strong winds across the country, as you can see here, for most of England and Wales and Ireland. Scotland, not as much so, but especially England, Wales and England getting a lot of wind at the moment. This is probably going to carry on through the rest of today before it starts to clear off by tomorrow. But at that point, we should start seeing a bit of an improvement. So let's show you the GFS midnight run. So once again, here we have got the low pressure centred more over Scotland, wrapping them winds around from a bit of a cooler, more colder direction, and it is feeling quite cold at the moment compared to what it should do at the time of the year. So off we go. The high pressure keeps migrating northwards, towards Scandinavia up here, and this drags them northeasterly winds in and keeping us in the cool weather. We might have some more westerlies at this point, but we are still seeing some northerly winds. What's going to be cool for July. After this, we see high pressure trying to take over, and this finally pushes the low pressure away up here. And if you didn't know, high pressure is the red and yellows and orange, and the low pressure is the greens and the blues. So at the moment we have, and by Tuesday, we have high pressure the south of us and low pressure to the north of us. And this is probably going to keep it cool at this point, just because of the strength of the high pressure here and here. But we could start bringing in some milder winds from the south, so we'll just keep an eye on that. So let's have a look at the upper air temperatures for at this point. By this point, as I said, we are still cool. It's still not ideal for the time of the year, but there is that plume of heat what we are seeing in southern Europe at the moment, what could push northwards eventually, but at the moment staying far away. So here's that heat pool what I was on about. Let's change the colour so you can see. Here is the heat here, and that could if you want warm weather, you want that to plume towards us and push up, but at the moment we're not seeing much of that. So now let's go back to 500 HPA heights, 500 HPA, and there we go. So let's carry on. Off we go. And we keep that high pressure to our north, west, northeast, and low pressure just sitting there. The same area of low pressure, as you can see if we go back, what was on us just there pushes northwards, and we bring them cooler air in. So we're still probably bringing in them cool northerly winds in at this point, and there's not much difference in the upper air temperatures at this point, as we are just bringing in the same wind direction as before. So as we move on, we start to see low pressure trying to push back into the country again, and that keeps the northerly winds pushing in, probably bringing some thundery showers in, making it quite unsettled. Then we start bringing the wind in from more of a westerly direction, so maybe going a little bit milder, but still it's coming from a northwesterly. It's not like westerly, southwesterly, southerly. They're the good directions. We're just seeing it coming from the northwest at the moment and the north directions. So if we have a look at the upper air temperatures, this will resemble that. As you can see, still staying cool, and we're keeping that heat away at the moment. The cool and wet weather can't go on forever, so eventually we will have a break. But after that, by next Monday, Monday the 24th, we get low pressure trying to push in again, and we actually bring the northerly winds back in. Now this is going to be unsettled, and we could see some thundery showers, as the wind direction is still cool, but it's a direction where we could have thunderstorms, so we could have more thunderstorms there. And then low pressure starts to strengthen again as we head to day 14. The low pressure just dominates really, but we do start bringing in some milder winds from the west. So if we look at the upper air temperatures, it might go a little bit milder. Yeah, a tiny little bit, but not much really. As you can see, the wind direction originating from up here, plunging through down here. So that could be a bit milder. As you can see, the air pushing towards us, what could be a bit milder there, but not making much progress at the moment. So let's go back to the 800 HPA heights and let's carry on. So now we finally get to day 14 and we'll stop there, and we keep it cooler, I would say. It's not too warm. It's not cold, but it's cool, isn't it? And it's not a very good outlook really for the next few weeks. So I'll show you the diagram for the next 2 weeks then. GFS looking like this. So this is where we are at the moment, and we do stay below our, and we might go average here. A few times we could go around average, but most of the run we're just staying below average, so there's not much heat there at all, is there? We've got a few extreme rainfall outliers there, and a few outliers on the heats, cool ones, hot ones, but we're not really seeing much else from that. So let's show you the ECMWF charts for next 2 weeks. So this is what 17th to 24th looks like. Once again, them northerly winds, them cool northeasterly winds, northerly winds originating from even maybe up to Svalbard and Scandinavia, places up there. And then we have a look at the temperatures. Yeah, no improvement on the temperatures, looking absolutely freezing. Well, not freezing, but it's cool, isn't it? It's not where it should be at the moment, and most of Europe looking the same in them cool temperatures. Precipitation's looking like this. We could go a little bit drier. It's definitely better than it is at the moment, but we'll still look like south maybe a bit drier, north a bit drier, but most of the country's still got above average or around average rainfall. So let's have a look at week 2 then, before we end the video off. So this might go a bit past the date, so yeah, we go up to today 15, but it doesn't make much difference. Do we have any improvement? Oh my, that is not good. So high pressure's probably here, and that's just going to keep bringing in them cool winds from the northeast. That's not going to improve much. So if you want the milder, warmer weather, it's not looking good from the ECMWF or GFS at the moment. Temperatures are looking like this. Yeah, once again, cooler than average, cold for the time of the year, not much improvements, and a lot of northern western Europe are the same, except from southern Europe, we're having heat waves at the moment. A lot of warm weather, but except from that, a lot of Europe and the UK is all below average temperatures, except from on the edge of Ireland, where we could see around average from the west, but most of the country is in the cold weather, the cool weather once again. And we'll finally look at the precipitation. We don't want it to be wet, but will it be wet? Yes, it will be wet. Scotland a bit on the dry side, around average. Ireland maybe around average on the west coast. Scotland kind of around average, but then the rest of the UK looking below average still. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching today's first video. We might have another video later, but I'm not sure yet. So thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.